Welcome back to the Remote No Pressure Podcast, Bill.
Well, hello. Good to be back.
Dude, it's probably like 80 degrees in the studio right now. It's hot.
It is warm. It is warm in here today.
And you have a flannel shirt on.
This is my normal uniform. I have to dress like this. This is per code.
It's your brand.
It is my brand. I should actually run a line of flannels. I mean, let's put that on the website next.
Go
to remotepressure.com.
/flannels. And you too can dress like Bill. Yeah, see, here's the deal. Remember, what was the show Home Improvement? And Al always wore flannel. Remember that?
Yep.
That was like this big deal. You're like the flannel guy. But do you ever get, hot in it? I mean, how does it?
Daylight today?
Yeah.
In here, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm fine. Like I was saying, like at my job, we've got a building that takes up 8 acres.
Uh-huh.
And each room is its own ecosystem. Like literally, we've had it rain in different rooms.
Wow.
Because of condensation on the HVAC pipes, and they don't have air conditioning that like sucks the moisture out of the air.
Uh-huh.
It just cools the room, so you get this moisture build up, and it starts dripping along the HVAC pipes.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
And it's church, right? It's
it
like
is a church. Yeah.
So
we've had to like put tarps over their grand pianos and.
What?
Yeah.
So you could just say like it's a holy rain.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Put that in the paper. You get a whole lot of people showing up. Yeah. You could do something like that. It could be like your thing. We have clouds of glory that come in and it rains. Hopefully I'm not being inappropriate. You're not offended, are you, Bill, by that?
We'll talk about this off the air.
This will be the last time
This will be my last episode, everybody. It's been fun.
Remote No Pressure Podcast. But there was all kinds of gimmicks. All kinds of gimmicks growing up when I went to church. We had these people that would show up and claim they had gold teeth, that their teeth turned gold, stuff like that.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
We have we talked? Sorry if we talk. We repeat ourselves sometimes. Sometimes we don't see each other for a little while. I mean, we've been seeing each other more often. We had a funeral last week together with a good friend of ours.
Yeah, we did.
And then we're recording season 5 now, so it's good to. When we take off the air, you and I, we don't see each other that much.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be weeks, or even a month or two.
Yeah, and I just kind of miss you.
I know. I know.
It's not the same. Not the same. But yeah, it's great to be here. It's great that you're here, Bill. Thank you, everyone who's listening. First of all, I'll start off big shout out to Brian Kozminski, who is going to be at our September 9th event at Big Lake Brewing. It's a fly tying event. Bring out your vise, bring out your tools, and come and hang out with us. Bill?
Yeah.
Are you going to be there, Bill?
I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
You might be there? Yeah. You're going to see who else? Did we talk? That's an old joke too, isn't it? Wasn't I like, you're going to wait to see who confirms?
Yeah.
You're interested.
I don't want to just show up and be the coolest person there.
You're interested.
No. Yeah, I'm interested. That's it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, we need some more. We need some more confirmed goings. So Bill will log on. But anyways, Brian Kozminski donated a fly fishing trip giveaway. So by coming out on September 9th, you have a chance to win a fly fishing trip with Brian Kozminski, which is an amazing. I've been on his boat a couple times, and I've hired him as a guide as well, and he does a great job. I think my favorite part was the food that he brings. Like Brian Kozminski is not just like a great angler, but he's an awesome host. And if you ever been
that's an art in and of itself, right?
100%. He has got hospitality down, and it's like these fresh scones from some coffee shop local, and he had this pickled stuff. I don't know, it's just amazing. Pickled stuff
and scones.
And pickled stuff, and that sounds disgusting.
It's hard to even say that.
Pickled stuff and scones. That's what I want to name my shop.
That's your new band name.
Pickled stuff and scones. Hey,
if Parachute Adams doesn't work out, got a new band name for you.
By the way, as of next month, OnlyFans is going to be taking off all sexually explicit content from their platform.
Wow. So
we have had an influx of people on my OnlyFans. And, I think it was the Thigh Gap Thursday that really got the fans in, that brought the boys in from the yard.
Yeah.
Brought the boys in from the yard.
So what's that going to leave on their site?
I don't know. And now we got to figure out where we're going to get our revenue from, because now my OnlyFans is down. And, we have
to brainstorm on this one.
I don't know what we're going to do. We could go off the air if OnlyFans goes off the air. It's something about my Fungal Fridays, my Thag App Thursdays.
You might just have to drive it straight to the website here.
I might have to drive it and put up a paywall at remotenопроpressure.com, and you too can see everything ankle down in my house. So run around sometimes, clip my toenails. Oh,
it looks like he fell there.
Oh, ouch. Oh, was he just getting out of the shower?
He really stubbed his toe on that table.
Was that a nip? Rewind it. I don't know.
I don't know how that would work.
You never know what you're going to get when you subscribe to our OnlyFans. But this is really going to hurt our revenue model. Not really. We don't have an OnlyFans that you know of. Bill, would you ever do an OnlyFans? Like, let's just say you're like at wit's end. You need new tires for the truck. You have no money whatsoever. Would you ever do an OnlyFans page?
No, I don't think I would.
No.
Well, I mean, it depends on what people want to see. I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe. I guess I would.
Yeah. So, sex work is real work. I'm a libertarian, so you guys can imagine how I feel about that. But yeah, just to let you guys know that they will be going out there. So that's going to be kind of an interesting time. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple things. Our mailing address is P.O. Box 122.
Oh, yeah. How's that going? Did you ever hear
Jamestown, Michigan, 49427.
Did you ever hear from your mail person? Or your female person, I should say.
You know what? I think the snack is changing jobs. She told me she's changing jobs.
Did she tell you where she was going or why? Was she offended because somebody?
Well, it's a hard job. Working at the post office when your first few years
it's a good job market right now.
Yeah, it is a great job market. But the thing is, once you get in that government, you're set for life. You're going to get retirement. You're going to get all that stuff if you can do the job for long enough. And some people just can't do the job long enough. I've had some really crappy jobs in my life, but the people I worked with were really cool, and I could tolerate it. But sometimes I think people have crappy jobs and they work with crappy people, and then it's just a very miserable existence. Mm-hmm. But the snack is leaving. But what I do want to say is special thanks to Mr. Bret Hagemeyer, who happens to be my cousin as well. So maybe that's why he felt comfortable to send something to me. But you guys feel free to mail anything to me. P.O. Box 122, whatever I get, you'll get in return a decal. And I'm just testing to see.
Are you saying anything?
I am saying, well. So
you might get. I'm going to leave that up to the fans, I guess.
Leave it up but what I do want to show you guys is what Bret sent me. So Bret is just now, he's my cousin. He's getting into fly fishing now. And he went on a trip with his lovely bride. I think they've been married like 25, 30 years, something like that. They've been married for a while. So they went on this big trip. And evidently, he came across a Sasquatch. Okay.
For real?
Yeah. And he sent me some hair from the Squatch.
I'm suspect.
So if you're on the YouTube channel, you can scroll in. I'm going to hold it up in front of the camera, and you tell me. It's very coarse.
Sniff it.
No. And so he found it. He said there's two textures. So we're going to hold that up to.
And what part of the Sasquatch is this from?
Now, this is something I would probably roll up in a doobie. It's what it looks like. Go to YouTube channel. You can check it out. And then you got this one that's not as dense. So it must have come off two parts of the body.
Or two different Sasquatch.
Or two different Squatch. Maybe this one's male. This one's female. I don't know. But evidently he says he personally believes that it is from a Sasquatch. So thank you, Bret, for sending that. And thank you for thinking of us. He booked a trip with Mr. Paul Torres, my favorite fishing guide down in Texas. And he's doing more and more fly fishing. So thank you, Bret. Thank you so much for sending that in. We really appreciate that anytime we get anything in the mail.
Has he seen anything away from the hair?
I don't know. I don't think so.
This opens up so much.
Yeah, there's like dust. I wonder if there's like dust coming out of it, or if that's like,
or could it be
magic dust,
or could it be like dandruff?
Could be.
Sasquatch dandruff.
Could be. Maybe the Sasquatch, maybe they're just looking for conditioner.
Or head and shoulders. Or would it be head, shoulders, knees, and toes? I don't know.
Maybe.
They'd need a little bit more than just head and shoulders.
All of a sudden, they're like storming the grocery store because they figured out, hey, we can actually take care of this as they evolve. Like, I don't want to itch anymore. You know, we need to do a video of us and of Sasquatch like buying just a lot of head and shoulders at the store.
Would they allow us into the store?
Hey, as long as you got a mask on. As long as you have a mask on, you can go.
Went to South Bend. I was telling you about that this last week, and masks were everywhere again. They're making a comeback.
They're making a comeback. Yep. It's been an interesting time. Sometimes I wonder, like, the everything's so divisive, and I think that's my biggest issue is the division and the divisiveness of everything, and people hate each other, and it's just like I've never seen anything like it. If you want to wear a mask, I have no problem with that. I have no I wear a mask sometimes. There's sometimes when I feel like it's needed. I just have a hard time. I'm having a really hard time mentally. Like, I think that's my biggest struggle is what world am I living in?
Right.
And am I doing the right thing? And that kind of thing.
It's a different world altogether than the world we grew up in, isn't it?
It is. I'd say it's a completely different world than it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just in shock at I don't want to bring the heavy because this is the remote no pressure. This is no pressure. So we can't.
Come on, man.
Trigger.
I stopped.
You know what I need to do though, and my wife was telling me this. The best thing to do is like get off social, turn off the TV, and just like live my life. Because there's nothing I can do about stuff.
And the news only drives like the anxiety and the angst. I mean, like everything on the news is bad news.
Yeah, everything is just the world's ending today.
Yep.
Or someone's pissed, or someone shot something, so it's probably best if I just completely refrain from the news and just love my neighbor.
I think stock up on your guns and ammo.
Stock up on emergency food. Speaking of emergency food, this week's sponsor. Totally kidding. Black Rifle Coffee and. No, but I've
actually done Black Rifle. It's pretty good.
Is it pretty good?
It is.
They have a whole thing at Cabela's now. They're like,
I've seen that.
It's like a whole thing. I haven't tried their coffee. But
I have. I was actually up in Boyne this last summer, and there's a big archery competition up there, and Black Rifle was there, and they were handing out like free iced coffees and hot coffee and everything. It was their stuff's pretty good.
Oh man, yeah, that is awesome, man. Yeah, so. With us, I would like to thank speaking of sponsors, Imbrifex Books, who published Fly Fishing Austin and Central Texas. Thank you to them who underwrote the Blue Collar Fly Fishing podcast episodes with Aaron Reed. They have some fantastic books. We got some links down below if you're into outdoor books, but also some great fiction. Bret Riley is someone who wrote a book that I actually played music for his CD. I
remember that.
Yeah. And he's got a new book out. But all their guys, they've got some other books that are on their way. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about them or not, but they're under contract, and I'm very excited about those books about fly fishing and fishing in general, and it's going to be fantastic. So shout out to Imbrifex Books. Also, I would like to say special thanks to Real Ale Brewing out of Blanco, Texas. Thank you very much for underwriting and sponsoring our podcast as well. Something about that brewery. I was down there summer before last. This was the summer of 2020, and unfortunately they were closed while I was down there, but I did have some of their beer, and I have also had some of their spirits. Thank you, Davin Topol, and it's fantastic. So if you're in the Texas area, check out Real Ale Brewing or Real Ale Spirits. And then also DuckCamp. DuckCamp is, Aaron Reed reached out to them about sponsoring the podcast. And one of the things that said something that I thought was really cool is they said, we're here for the long haul. We're here. We want to support the local brand. So big shout out to DuckCamp as well. Thank you very much, DuckCamp. Thank you, Imbrifex Books. And then also thank you to, what was the other one? Real Ale. I've been drinking Real Ale this morning. Not really. I don't drink before noon that often. So, but thank you to our sponsors.
Great while. No, I've not done that since my 20s. Maybe my 30s.
I'm not. Sometimes I'll hit it like 11. Like if I'm smoking a brisket or something, I'll start at like 11:30. But I usually don't do it before noon. Just it's not good. Not good. Anyways, so this week in other news. This is on USA Today. It was actually sent over to me by Mr. Jesse Bainter. Thank you very much, Jesse. He emailed me and said, "Good for the podcast?" ? When I read the headline, I said, "Heck yeah, it's good for the podcast. This is amazing." Okay. Now, some of you are athletes. Have you ever done a triathlon, Bill?
No, I've never done it.
Never done. Have you ever done like a 5K, anything like that?
I've walked a 5K, I think.
You've walked a 5K?
Yeah. What's that, what, 10 miles?
I have no idea. I've never done it. But you have these obnoxious...
What's a K?
1,000? 5,000
meters.
miles?
But there's like, what, 2 kilometers per mile, I think?
I don't know. Someone's going to start emailing me because I know there's people out there that are into this triathlon thing. So they post all their like statistics on Facebook, how far they swim, how far they bike, this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this, according to USA Today, thank you, Jesse, for sending this over. According to USA Today, swimmer attacked by Muskie while training for triathlon.
That is crazy.
A triathlete from Ontario, Canada, learned a painful lesson recently while swimming in Lake St. Clair. Muskies might mistake your extremities as prey, and the fish have dangerously sharp teeth. Yes, they do. Matt Gervais, 39, was bitten on the right hand August 13 as he trained for an upcoming event with a friend. It was a lot of pain. It hurt really bad right away, he told CTV News. Gervais was taken by ambulance to a local hospital where he received 13 stitches, and he's still awaiting clearance to resume training. Gervais said that after the muskie struck, he looked down and saw that it was still latched onto his hand, and the Canadian quickly apologized for being... Just kidding. I'm sorry, fish.
Oh. Sorry.
I caught it eye to eye underwater with my goggles, Gervais said, adding that what he saw after the fish let go was carnage.
Carnage.
Have you ever been bitten by anything in the water?
I don't believe I have. I've always been a little leery of like snappers, especially up on the flat when we go fishing once in a while.
Yeah, there's some big snapping kettles up there.
Yeah, especially when we go wet wading in there and you just see one swim by your leg. It's a little unnerving.
Yeah. That's why I always wear pants because I don't want it mistaken for a worm or anything.
Your leg?
Whenever,
how thin are your legs?
whenever I'm at other places, I don't wear pants. But when I'm on the flat, I always wear pants.
I don't know how to take this. So
it's such a stupid
let's move
joke.
On. Yeah.
Moving on. But you've never been bitten by anything in the water before?
No.
I grew up, believe it or not, I grew up in South Texas on the Gulf.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know. But I used to surf quite a bit out at Surfside Beach down there in Freeport, Texas, and with my longboard. And I've gotten stung by a jellyfish before.
I've heard those are pretty rough too.
Yeah, it depends on how bad they get you. Mm-hmm. And then we always dragged our feet because stingrays. And then whenever I would wade in the bay, you always had to be careful with your stringer because there's alligators there. So
wow.
I grew up around a lot of things that could bite. And that's the thing. In Texas, there's a lot of things that can bite, kill, hurt you. And this little muskie thing is,
Plus you got water snakes down there that are pretty vicious too, right?
Yeah, water moccasins. Yeah, there's some I mean, it's wild down there.
Pretty rough territory down there, yeah.
It is, man. It was like when I was down there a couple summers ago with Aaron Reed and the crew down there camping. I looked down on the ground and there's a scorpion just like walking around, just chilling. This little guy, but
that's crazy.
It's just chilling, And it's like, oh crap. Matt Bennett was there the day before and saw a huge diamondback rattlesnake. So I mean, it didn't help me sleep very well at the campground.
Well, you were in a hammock, right?
I was in a hammock, yeah.
The snake couldn't get in the hammock with you. Unless it climbed a tree. Can snakes climb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can.
Nah. Yeah. I don't. It just was not fun.
You need a screen like I have on my hammock.
Some kind of screen would have been nice.
Bug screen.
Yeah. Something to where I'm not gonna die. I could sleep pretty easily.
Yeah.
But I survived. We all survived. But anyways, so I wanted to just say, hey everyone, on the back to the September 9th event, we're kind of all over the place this morning, but back to the September 9th event, we've got Kaz who has donated a trip, also some giveaways from True North Trout, giveaways from TFO, giveaways from Umpqua as well, some cool fly boxes. We have stuff from Remedy Provisions, which you guys could check out the hat I'm wearing right now. But Remedy Provisions is a great company as well. And then we have the coffee company as well, Sandhill Coffee, who's also going to be doing giveaways as well. So there's a lot of opportunity to give away. The tickets are available right now. I would recommend buying them sooner than later because if we sell out, unfortunately.
And where could somebody find these tickets?
At remotenopressure.com. You can click on the live event tickets and you can purchase those. Price includes a free beer and you're eligible to win an awesome prize. If only 5 people show up, everyone's leaving with a prize.
Hey.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
so
Bill,
go ahead.
Say, people involved on the RMP team, unfortunately, are not eligible for.
What if I quit? Night of, I'm going to quit.
Yeah, and then you show up and buy a ticket.
Yep.
You're like, F it, I quit. You show up and buy a ticket.
Since I'm already here.
That would actually be hilarious. But yeah, go buy your tickets online at remotenopressure.com. Buy them sooner than later because we will fill up. It's only 75 people is the capacity. It's 100, I think, but with our team and everything, we want to keep it pretty safe. We're going to limit it to 75 tickets. So be sure to go online to remotenopressure.com. If we have tickets available at the end, at the night of the event, you can purchase them at the event as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we have our Free the Nipper.
Free the Nipper.
Free the Nipper. That's the new hashtag.
Hashtag Free the Nipper.
Hashtag Free the Nipper. I actually followed hashtag Free Brittany for a while.
Did you really?
I did.
That was some pretty crazy stuff there, wasn't it?
She's crazy.
But it looks like her father stepped down.
He did, but it's crazy. Like I followed her on Insta for a minute, and I'm like. Whatever. She's crazy. It's awesome though. It's like watching a train wreck, but then you feel sorry for her.
It is.
It's like, man.
I know. Not the same Brittany from the 90s, is it?
No, it's not. Well, I didn't really know the Brittany of the 90s, like you did.
Watch the Mickey Mouse Club?
That's right. Her and Justin Timberlake were all on the Mickey Mouse Club.
And Christina Aguilera and a whole bunch of other. No, I didn't have Disney back then, but
it's all part of a conspiracy. They sold their souls as children.
Exactly. Disney did this to them. There goes Disney as a sponsor, too.
There goes. We had them in the bag. Now we don't. But this is the Nippers. We even got our little decal on there, which is pretty cool. I don't know if the camera will focus in on it.
Yeah, I can see that there.
But this is our Nippers. It's really cool. It's got a knot tying tool on it. It's got a hook sharpener, and it's got nippers, and we're including the little drawstring as well, so you can put that on your vest. We're giving away for free. We just ask you pay shipping and handling, which is $2.98. There you go.
Not bad. Then you can go down and I was gonna tie that back to your postal carrier, but you wouldn't meet her anyways if you were just paying the shipping. You would meet her though.
I'm taking care of everything. So go there at remotenopressure.com, and then also we have more of our Sasquatch decals in stock. So we sold out of those. We got them back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Those are big.
Big sellers.
Everybody's loving the Sasquatch stuff.
Yeah, it's funny because
was it Scooter?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like Meat Eater did a show, and Brian Kozminski was on Meat Eater.
Oh, no kidding.
And on his mug was that sticker.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Cameron Cushman was doing some video stuff here a couple weeks ago, and it had the decal on it. So
that's awesome.
As seen on
Word's
TV.
Getting around. Yeah.
As seen on TV.
Now we just got to get the shirts out there, guys.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to just say thank you all who subscribe. If you are watching us on the YouTube channel, please click below and hit subscribe and follow. Now, last night, Bill, I don't know if you get alerts from people who make comments on our YouTube channel.
I don't.
I did.
Uh-oh.
So some Jackwagon, I'm not going to say his name.
He's a Jackwagon.
That was a female guest that we had on our show a while ago. And I don't know if this gal like broke his heart or what, but he went on to the YouTube channel and started like saying some horrible things about this person, about just like, and I'm not going to say who the person is because it's not important.
No point in driving hits to that person who's making the comments.
Yeah.
What was said? Or do you want to talk about that after the air? Do you want me to hunt him down? You want me to talk to him? Do you want me to have a chat with him?
I think we may need to. I think we may need to, but like, don't come on our channel and like,
who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? No, but seriously, I was pretty ticked off about it. You know, I'm basically saying her art sucks and like, oh, you know, she's not a real angler. Like 4 or 5 different comments by the same person.
Oh, really? He just kept hitting us. Like, she's not an angler. Her art sucks.
Yeah, it's like he was drinking. Maybe she broke his heart, or like something got triggered him.
Late night YouTubing.
He's like, hold on, I forgot to say this.
Oh yeah, I should have said.
Yeah, I should have said that. I'm gonna say it now. This will really dig into it. And it's like, bro.
And furthermore,
I hope this email finds you well. So don't go on our YouTube and we love comments. Like the more comments, the better.
We're just a big community.
We are.
Of happy
people.
Happy people.
But if you're going to go on there and insult people, like, I don't want your comments. I don't even want you as a listener. Like, I was really upset of the things you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's 2021, bro. Like,
should we cancel him?
I think we need to cancel him.
Yeah, let's cancel that guy.
So he put his home address up on our Facebook page.
So go to our Facebook if they haven't canceled that yet.
Come on, man.
But, the thing is, I remember in college, I dated this girl, and we were going to get married. I loved her and all this crazy stuff. And she broke my heart. I mean, broke my heart really bad.
Should we set her up with this guy?
I'm thinking, no, actually, yeah, I'm not going to go into the whole story, but she was married 10 months after we broke up. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. Anyway, so this girl broke my heart. And what was great about that is I did not have Facebook. I did not have Instagram. There was nothing like that where it's constantly in your face all the time. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, who is she dating or what is she up? I think I probably would have just lost my crap. So I have compassion for the dude. And I don't know if there was some kind of love triangle going on or not with this girl, but it was very offensive. So I don't appreciate that. And I'm not even going to say your name, and I'm not going to say my guest's name, but just don't do it.
That's big of you.
That's big of you. I just get pissed. That's
the problem, though, with social media and online platforms is everybody feels they have a voice.
Yeah.
And including us, we have a voice now,
Sure,
but
sure.
I mean, like, you can be using that voice for positivity and good things versus like bringing people down and because it really, when you go on, you just start bashing people. It makes you look like an idiot too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I'm not going to say the guy's name, but I want to. But I just, because there's like 300 people that listen to this show. So
there's
with our powers
dozens
combined.
And dozens of people.
Who
are tuning in regularly.
I mean, I got 12 people in my family.
Yeah, and sometimes my wife listens when I'm editing.
And we all know my wife doesn't listen.
That's right.
So, I mean, we're 12, 13 unique downloads per episode. With our powers combined, I mean, if this guy owns a business, we could probably shut him down.
Let's do this, especially post-COVID. The end is near, buddy.
Do you think the end is near, Bill?
Do you want to get into this?
No, I don't. I don't. I've been spending a lot of time in the other dimension with Sasquatch. He's been giving me some intel, kind of what's going on. Yeah, it's not looking good.
No, it's not. It's not looking good at all.
Not looking good. Now, I want to talk a little bit about an article from Gink and Gasoline. I happen to like the website. It's good.
Gink and Gasoline.
Gink and Gasoline. They got some good articles on there. And they were talking about articulated nymphs. And
articulated nips.
That would be tassels. An articulated
nip
would be a tassel.
I think I tipped a girl once for those.
Just the tip.
I was waiting for that one. I was thinking it, but I knew you'd drive it home.
So you knew, I was there for you, just picking up the pieces.
The assist, yes.
I fished a lot with articulated streamers. Okay, that was a big thing. I like fishing articulated streamers. I hate losing them because they're freaking expensive, but they're a lot of fun. I try to tie them myself, but they look absolutely ridiculous and never work. So I buy them, $10 for an articulated streamer. But Gink and Gasoline. Okay, here's the name Louis. Is that Louis? Louis?
Louis. I think it's Louis.
I think it's Louis. Or is it Lewis?
I don't know. Comment below, but politely comment below.
Politely comment below. Louis Cahill. I'm gonna say Lewis or Louis. Whatever, Mr. Cahill or Miss Cahill. Actually, this is written by Kent Clywine. See, this is why we need like an editor before the show.
Yeah.
If you pull any serious streamer fishermen aside and ask them to name their favorite streamer pattern, chances are the fly pattern will be articulated. Ask the same question to serious nymph fishermen, and most will answer with the names of nymphs that aren't articulated. See, and I always thought that nymphs didn't really swim around that much, but according to this article, I guess it's pretty common for them to, and I guess they're like mayfly nymphs swim a lot. So there's some video and like some links. So I'm going to post it up here. But this guy says, for most of my fishing career, I thought a majority of aquatic nymphs were poor swimmers. I pictured them in my head spending most of their time drifting helplessly in the current, incapable of generating enough propulsion to maneuver around. That's what I thought until I read the article. The fact is, most nymphs, particularly mayflies, are very good swimmers. Take a couple of minutes to view these video links of aquatic insect larvae swimming in the water, and it will blow your mind. After viewing these videos, I think you will begin to understand how valuable articulated nymphs can be at imitating the movement of swimming nymphs. The past decade and a half, they have become quite the popular choice for their ability to add increased swimming action they provided when retrieved. The first couple of years, I begun tying and fishing more articulate. The last couple of years, I've begun tying and fishing more articulated nymphs. So thanks, Kent. Thanks for sending that out and writing it up. So I'm going to post that up on the link below if you want to take a look at some articulated nymphs and get a little bit of the information from that. So it's great. It's a fantastic article. So they do a really good job. So I'm going to put that link down below. So we talked about in other news. I called out the guy for being a yin-yang on... Guys, you have to tune into the YouTube because some of Bill's mannerisms. And I don't know if you guys looked at the picture. I just want to say before we go, Bill, the pictures that you put up last week were superb.
Those are straight out of my trailer park days.
Trailer park. There's like a double wide in the background. You're on a motorcycle.
You saw my lawnmower sitting out in front next to the building.
It was great. It was great. So if you guys go to last week's episode on the YouTube, you can see those pictures. But yeah, check out the YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to comment nicely down below. Bill, any last words? I gotta hurry now.
I don't. I know. I hit the music. It's too late now. Sorry.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us today on the Remote No Pressure podcast. Be sure to check us out at remotenopressure.com. September 9th, we want to see you there. Whoop, whoop. And until next time, go fishing.